This is a quick video on choosing a background for Google Meets interviews. And so, you're going to have your own computer with your own camera system, whether that's good or bad, and then your own lighting in the room. And so, like, my lighting in my room right now is directly above me. And I want to show you if I turn that off. What that looks like. So I turned off the top light, and then I actually have a light over here to my right. And if I dim that one, now I look a little bit more natural for this particular room. But what you need to know about backgrounds is that depending on the lighting in the background, you're going to look more natural. So for yourself and for whoever you're interviewing, even though they won't really see you much and you're not going to be in the final video, it's nice to kind of have a background that's not distracting. And for the person you're interviewing, it needs to look good as best as it can for the interview. So first off, be able to instruct somebody how to change their background. And so you're going to do a little introduction about what's going to happen. Part of that is going to be how to adjust their background, and this is how to adjust their background. So if you see these little three lines down here, you're going to instruct them to hit that first, and then they can go to background and effects, and then it's going to show the current one if they have one, and it's going to show all these other ones. A quick note: if their existing background, like whether they're in their house or their office or whatever, if it looks good, you don't need to change it. It's You only really need to adjust the background if something about their background doesn't look good, or it's really dark, or maybe the house is messy, or the dog's running around, or there's just a plant behind them. Like let them use their better judgment whether they want to use their current background or if they'd like to change it. So with the backgrounds, you can see if I choose a different one, some of them don't look right. See how I look like kind of like a ghost and superimposed? So some backgrounds are naturally going to look better than other ones with whatever's going on. Also, you're going to want to instruct them to move a good ways back from the video to where they're centered on their camera. So they don't need to be up in here answering interview questions like this. That's bad. You want to have them sitting back a good ways. They could even be back, a good ways. They just want to be centered really well on that camera system, okay, wherever it is. So even if they have to move their computer a little bit, help them get situated to where they're in a nice spot. Having either hands on the lap and answering, or hands kind of crossed in front to where you can see both, is not a bad pose. Tell them to fix their clothes or whatever needs to go on there. And so you can see by changing these it kind of changes, and the light is different. And so right now I have a white light coming from my window, but if I turn that overhead back on above me, that's actually kind of more of a warm light coming on me. And so I just want to keep rifling through these, and that looks shaded, going through these backgrounds till I find one that makes sense for me. And then if anything it seems to be really weird about the lighting or something like that, go ahead and do the recording. We can't fix everything, but we can try to make it as good as possible. And that's what you can tell them too, is we're never going to have perfect lighting within any of these backgrounds, but hopefully we can find something that you like. Okay. And then, like, this is really bright on my head, and so I would probably go to turning that particular light off, um, and letting the camera, a lot of times the cameras will auto adjust to what the lighting on you and somewhat on that background. So this one looks pretty good for me here. Again, I'd get my interviewee situated, and then you're going to go ahead and select that. So now, once they enter the room, You're not going to want any of this weird stuff popping up on the screen whenever you're interviewing. Okay, you're going to have a set piece of paper on their screen. You're going to be up here and or down there in a little corner with a sheet of paper that you're going to read through the questions, and then they're going to be in the middle. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you can go to your thing up here. Well, it would be on your screen, but you're going to go to minimize. Let's shrink my thing for others. So you're going to minimize yourself so that you're sitting really small up in the corner. When we go to edit this thing, we need as much room as possible on the screen to be able to edit. So we're going to clip out anything, all this stuff surrounding this. We're going to basically cut and enlarge this picture portion so that it looks like when we're playing the video, it looks like it's just this and them answering questions. And so that's the end result. But in order to get there, we've got to ask the interview questions. We've got to film it like this, and then edit it. Okay, so the other thing that you're going to do is down here, um, you're going to want full screen. And so before you can hit the record button as soon as you start, because again we can edit it all out. But go to full screen, and then go ahead and answer and have them go to full screen as well, so that they look as large as possible on your screen. If you mess up, it's not the end of the world. Worst case scenario, we'll redo the entire thing. Best case scenario, we can edit however we need to make it have it make sense. Okay, that's it for choosing a background. And this thing will keep popping up like this. It's really annoying. And so the only way to get rid of it is either click in the middle of the screen next to it and don't touch anything, or move your mouse all the way to the right and it'll go away and clear. So just remember, when you see that thing in the screen, move your mouse all the way to the right and don't mess with it anymore. Eventually you're going to get kind of like in a spot where everything's set up. The person you're interviewing is centered, you're hidden up in the corner, and then you can just start asking the questions. Also, I don't want to get too far ahead, but before, you're going to go ahead and hit record on the Zoom, but you should also have this OBS studio running right here with the desktop audio and the mic audio both on, and you should have the video capture to your screen. It'll look like this, and then you can hit start. I'm recording right now, but you would hit start recording, and that little red dot's going to pop up there. So now you're recording on OBS and you're recording um, on Google Meet. So between those two, we should have enough footage captured to be able to do the edits and this and that. All right, so that's mostly about background and a couple other things, and try it out.